for one night. All that rules is extreme tonight. Fury is unleashed. But where the heart is strong, can his will find a way. A steel cage holds the viper, the animal, and their fates. The climb to the top stirs the soul. Oh my God! Tests even the fearless and pushes the boundaries. At the end, he that falls plummets into anguish, and the victor elevated to champion.
At the exact same place you started.
You're gonna wish it was a bad dream.
Taking a back seat.
One of us came here to fight.
I'm gonna eat you alive, dog.
Defeat John Cena.
Make no mistake about it.
And you can bet your ass I'm back.
I bow down to no man.
Tonight is the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Tonight, careers will be made as superstars get their last chance for redemption, for payback, for retribution. Here it is, live for you tonight, NLW Retribution. It's sure to be a great night this evening at Retribution as we kick things off with the big red machine, the monster, Kane. Kane, as you've seen in recent weeks, has been the victim of numerous assaults by his former tag team partner, Test. Test has attacked him backstage, has attacked him in the ring, and has attacked him dressed as Santa Claus, would you believe? He has taken every opportunity to get into the mind of Kane, but that is not an easy task when you're facing the 7-foot, 323-pound monster that is Kane. The devil's favourite demon. He is a frightening man to be in the ring with, let alone tag team with. And as Kane waits for his rival, Test, about to make his way out here, and he is going to be in one hell of a mood, but then again, so is Kane. Test first stabbed Kane in the back at the Royal Rumble, first in their Tag Team Championship challenge, and then later on in that evening in the Royal Rumble. So Test has really pushed his luck with Kane over recent weeks, and tonight it comes down to a boiling point on the road to WrestleMania here at Retribution. Test seems reluctant, really reluctant to get into the ring. I don't think he really wants to feel the wrath of Kane, as Kane locks his eyes on Test with those dark, icy eyes. Test is going to be in for one hell of a fight, and it may be the biggest fight of both of these men's careers as they lock up right now. This is going to be about power, I can guarantee it. They know each other so well. They were tag team champions for over a year, and they come to a head for the first time ever tonight. One-on-one, the former tag team champions. They were arguably the most dominant tag team in NLW history. Well, Test had that one scouted. He knows Kane so well, but Kane knows Test just as well. Here's the elbow drop by Kane, and Kane going for the first cover of the matchup, but Test manages to kick out, and both of these men are going to want to use the power game because that's their advantage. That's why they were on top of the tag team division for so long, as Kane collides with Test into the corner. And now as he drags him away, Test is 285 pounds, 6 feet 5. Kane, 323 pounds and 7 feet tall. And what an uppercut that was. Test in trouble for the moment, but kick to the stomach of Kane. And now he's got back into control. And it's going to be pretty back and forth, this one, as Test delivers shots to the kidneys of Kane. And if he can wear him down enough, maybe can hit that pump handle slam or something. But Kane reverses the maneuver there and slams him down into the mat. The cover wasn't enough, but Test was almost caught out just then. Oh, but there's another punch to the gut by Kane, and Test in trouble as he gets hung up in the ropes. Kane now, oh my god, look at the strength of him to lift a 285-pound man and throws him like a rag doll straight outside of the ring. My god, Test being manhandled by Kane early on in this matchup as Kane goes outside to try and catch him up, but Test had him scouted. And now vicious shots to the back as Kane is sent flying into the steel ring steps at ringside. He nods his head of approval, and Kane is in trouble for the moment. Oh my god, big boot to the head. The brunt of it. The heel of his shoe connecting with a sickening thud to his skull. And Test may have given the monster concussion. Jeez, we look at this again. Right there, right to the side of the head with that big boot. That massive boot of Test connecting with the skull into the ring steps, and you see the strength here to lift him with ease and deliver the suplex to Kane. I've got to believe that Test would be the underdog. Oh, wait a minute. Kane with a flurry of offense. And now, oh, went for the elbow, but Test had that one scouted. And as I was saying, you got to believe Test is the underdog in this matchup. Kane with more experience, it would seem. However, Test can dominate you, as he's doing right now. Double axe handle to the back of Kane, the back of his head from the top rope, but that didn't even down him. And now Test immediately back on him, and now mimicking Kane's moves. Mimicking the sidewalk slam of Kane, and Test in control now. Test on the top rope, and what the hell is a 285-pound man going to do from that height? Test leaps off, but misses the elbow. Kane, crafty as ever, managed to move out of the way, and now Test is in trouble. Goes for the clothesline, but goes for the net breaker instead. Test now on the mat. Kane would like to get some offense in here when he can. 3 shots to the face of Test as he goes to the other side of the ring to try and avoid Kane, but to no avail. A massive big boot by Kane to Test. He calls himself the Impact player, but he's at the moment being impacted. Is it going to be a choke slam? But Test trying to go for the pump handle slam, his finisher. But Kane moves him away, and now going to show him how it's done. The sidewalk slam. Here's the cover. But a kick out by Test, and now he goes straight to the outside. Doesn't want anything to do with the big red machine. Looks the other way, but all he sees is an incoming clothesline. Well, Test, it went well up until a point. However, it seems as though he's in trouble on the outside of the ring right now. Test in trouble, but reverses it, and Kane, my god, his skull first into the steel steps, into the steel ring post, and oh, good grief. Over the ropes. Huge clothesline by the Impact player, but blocks the punch, and an incoming punch by Kane. A very back and forth matchup, but that's what you're going to get, because these two know each other so well. As you see right now, power of Kane slammed down to the mat. Test power slam down, but can he get back up and build momentum? It doesn't look like it at the moment, because Kane has evil intentions. He climbs the top rope, and 323 pounds flying misses though. The missile did not connect, and now Test would love to capitalise on this. A huge opportunity for Test to make a name for himself and defeat the big red machine. Can he prove it? What an elbow from the top rope. Here's the cover. Is this all? But no. Kane managed to kick out, and I don't think Test can quite believe it. He's holding his head. He can't believe he just kicked out, but still. Oh my. And now he's got him over his shoulder. Now he's got the pump handle slam by Test. And now is this over? Here's the cover, but another kick out by Kane. Usually the pump handle slam does it, but not for Kane. And where the hell is Test going now? You don't want to get frustrated, but what's he doing? He's getting, oh for God's sake. Test now resorting to getting a chair, but obviously not a no disqualification matchup. Test will get disqualified if he uses this. But he's waiting for Kane. I don't think he cares anymore. But Kane went for the punch. Went for the punch on Test, but hit the chair instead. Test using the chair as a shield. And no rule has been broken just yet, but maybe. Oh my God. And the powerbomb. The other finisher to Kane on that steel chair. But Kane still manages to kick out. And Test is livid. I mean, what the hell has he got to do to beat Kane? He's going to still use that chair. I don't know why the referee's being so lenient right now, but Kane throttles him by the throat. Throttled by the throat and planted with the choke slam. Kane would have gone for the cover, but I think he hurt his hand, and I think both hands now are injured following his match against Raven last episode. But still, oh, what a slap by Test. Slap by Test. And is it going to be, oh, but no. Kane moves out of the way. Test comes colliding skull first with the steel chair. And now Kane has him set up. The tombstone pile driver. Head driven into the mat. And that's all she wrote. It was the chair that Test brought into the matchup, but ultimately cost him the match. And Kane finally gets revenge on his former tag team partner. It was revenge, months in the making, and he finally got it here tonight. Test beaten by his own tactics. As we take a look back at the replays of this one, he used the chair as a shield. Kane hit the chair, and then we thought it was all over there. The powerbomb onto the steel, but Kane relentless. Test going into the steel chair in the corner and then hitting the tombstone and getting the victory. Test will be unhappy with himself. He definitely felt he could have won it, but alas, it wasn't to be. The tactics could not pay off when you're facing the 7-foot tall big red monster. Test still really angry at himself, but you can't blame him. He gave it everything he had, but it still wasn't enough to defeat the big red machine. Kane is dominant still.
I am the best in the world. I've been the best ever since day one when I walked into this company.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. My addiction is wrestling.
For years, I have proved to everybody in the world that I am the best on this microphone, in that ring. Nobody can touch me. I am the best in the world.
My name is CM Punk.
You voted, and he is the man that will enter NLW in the next few weeks. Moving on, we have a tag team championship match to look forward to right now between the current champions and the brand new tag team on the scene. They are The Miz and Mr. Kennedy. They've decided that they are going to take over the tag team division, and they are going to start with a bang by claiming they're the greatest tag team in NLW history, and they plan on doing that by defeating the tag team champions and winning the tag titles here tonight. However, these two would like to differ, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they retain the titles here tonight. Miz and Kennedy have a long way to go before they're as good as Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, but maybe they can prove that they are already tonight. This all started a couple months back when Miz and Mr. Kennedy were conferring backstage. They decided that they were going to go on offense and take out the tag team champions backstage. And this was only last episode. The Miz and Kennedy making a huge statement. Miz coming up from behind after Kennedy had beaten Kofi Kingston, leaving both of these men in the middle of the ring defeated, and sending a clear message to the NLW tag team champions and the entire company. Miz and Kennedy are two brash, young, arrogant stars who want to make an impact here and take out one of the longest standing tag teams in NLW. They've been tag team champions since August, and they would like to stay that way as they lock up. Miz and R-Truth gonna start this one out, and Miz has been defeated by R-Truth recently, so that's got to stick in his mind. However, R-Truth does of course have the experience advantage over this, and as he's delivering stiff shots to the face of the Miz in the early going of this matchup, he's very flamboyant, very stylish in his maneuvers, and there is an arm drag by R-Truth. Miz doesn't know where he is for the moment, but R-Truth playing to the crowd and playing to his strengths. There's the leg drop, double such theatrics. Here's the cover, but a kick out by the Miz. Kofi knows he's sort of the highlight of the team. R-Truth's more of the stability. That's why they make such a good tag team. But as now, Miz tags in Mr. Kennedy, and Kennedy now going to go on the offensive. Kennedy more experienced than Miz, so it seems as though he's going to take things into his own hands. And you see there the massive boot to the side of the head of R-Truth, and R-Truth trying to cover it up, trying to get out of this situation he's in. However, it's not going to be easy. Kennedy can be cocky sometimes, and that may cost him right now. What a super kick by R-Truth to Mr. Kennedy. And now Truth gonna make the tag to Kofi Kingston, and Kofi now in, gonna use that high flying offense. There's the missile drop kick, and Kennedy is down for the count. Kofi now gonna use his high flying ability to try and put off Kennedy. There is the double axe handle, and now he's down and out, and that means the boom drop happens. Boom drop to Mr. Kennedy, and he didn't think that it was going to go so badly so early, but now look at Miz. Look at Miz trying to grab Kofi, but to no avail. And now look at this, from behind, playing off the distraction. Mr. Kennedy with the clothesline, then the knee drop. He's got a cover right now, but Mr. Kennedy doesn't get the free that time. And the Miz, he's going to provide some sort of help on the outside, making sure that Kofi Kingston cannot build momentum. And now he calls for the tag, and he gets it. And now he looks like to pick up the scraps, perhaps. Picking up the scraps, and now R-Truth knows that Kofi's in trouble. And look at this maneuver. Great double team maneuvers and offense from the challengers. But still, Kofi kicks out. The first time they're competing as a team here tonight, and it's for the tag team championships. What a great stage to be on as he crushes Kofi Kingston in the corner. Right now, The Miz is in firm control of Kofi Kingston and the entire tag team champions. You know, they say they're the greatest tag team in NLW history. You can't really argue with them at the moment because they're fresh, they're green as hell. And right now, they are trying to get in with a win. There is the double out elbow drop. Kofi Kingston needs to make the tag. R-Truth knows it, but still, Mr. Kennedy using the power, and here's the suplex that sends Kofi Kingston right down to the mat. And if he can damage that back, then maybe, just maybe, he can eliminate that high-flying offense that Kofi Kingston possesses. But he's trying to taunt him to get back up, and he does. But now he's on the shoulders, and he's in trouble right now. The Kenton Bomb. This is his signature maneuver. Can he kick out? And he does, just about. It seemed as though it was 2 7/8. Miz can't believe he kicked out either. But Kofi Kingston still in desperate need of a tag, and now, oh wait a minute, get the hell out of his face, and look at him, right in there. And now R-Truth not taking any crap from Kennedy, but look at this, Miz taking advantage of that distraction. Referee didn't see it, and R-Truth saying, look at it, it was clear, ref. And look at him protesting his innocence, but coming in illegally and power slamming R-Truth. Not R-Truth, Kofi Kingston. And now he is in deep trouble. He is in the sharpshooter and he's close to tapping. Kennedy with all the twerk on that leg, and he gets to the ropes finally, but now again dragged away. And is it going to be the mic check? Is he going to put it away? But Kofi reverses, and the DDT. It would be the perfect opportunity to make a tag. However, does he have the strength left in him? It's been beaten up by Kennedy and Miz. R-Truth desperately calling for the tag. Kennedy makes it to Miz. Miz is in, but now can Kofi make it? Yes, he does. R-Truth is in, and Miz is in deep, deep trouble right now. A flurry of shots by R-Truth and the clothesline. Truth, the experience advantage, now paying off for him. He gets the hot tag, and now, what a crossbody from the ropes. Miz is down and out, and he may be in deep, deep trouble right now. R-Truth going after Miz, and Miz now power slam to the mat for his goods. Here is the cover. Is it all? But Mr. Kennedy interfering, breaking up the cover, and that was despicable. But Kofi from behind sends him flying out of the ring. And now Kennedy is on the mat outside, and Kofi, you know what he's thinking. Here is the dive, crossbody to the outside. What a crossbody by Kofi Kingston. R-Truth distracted momentarily, but oh, wait a minute, here's the roll-up. He's got the tights. Miz has got the tights, but instead, R-Truth just about manages to kick out. He's in trouble, though. And here it is. Is it going to be the Skull Crushing finale, his finisher? But reversed, and R-Truth face planted. Here is the cover, and I believe that's all, and it is. R-Truth picking up the victory. Miz taking the fall for his team. And it turns out that they perhaps weren't ready for the tag team scene. And it showed tonight. Although Kennedy and Miz put up a hell of a fight, in the end it was inexperience and lack of knowledge that led to the experienced R-Truth and Kofi Kingston as a team to defeat them. And we should take a look at the replays. Kennedy interfering, but then taken out by Kofi Kingston, and maybe Miz was going to sneak in and get a victory and win the tag team championships. However, it was R-Truth that made sure that that didn't happen. Kennedy and Miz have been defeated, and R-Truth and Kofi Kingston celebrate their victory on the stage there. They are still the NLW Tag Team Champions. Heading into WrestleMania as Tag Team Champions, you gotta wonder. They are on top of the Tag Team division, and the challengers seem to be dropping like flies. Kennedy and Miz, can they bounce back? Or will Kofi Kingston and R-Truth continue to dominate the division? Well, that was a hell of a matchup, but right now, we turn our attention to the Extreme Rules Heavyweight Championship match. There you see Shawn Michaels preparing in the back for what could very well be his final opportunity to win that championship. And there you see Cena, the world champion, contemplating his future. Can he defeat Shawn Michaels? He thinks he can, but we will find out next week. Next week is the huge Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. It is going to be incredible. It's going to be extreme, and if you want to see it, subscribe.